Shaggy boy.
What it is, Vic.
What it is, ho?
What's going on? Shout out to everybody out there that's tuning in. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Yes, we do appreciate you.
All right.
We have a great episode today. It's probably it's gonna leave some hearts broken.
Yeah. It's going to open up a lot of eyes.
It's going to open up a lot of eyes, though.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So on today's show, on the UnFollowVic podcast, we will be giving you our usual updates, and then we're going to try to work out women's mating season. A lot of eyes opening. Using our experience without any input from an actual female. Next, we're going to talk about steroids and why the Liver King in in my opinion, I'm not going to speak for Vic, but he's a piece of shit. Yeah, he's a jabroni.
In the words of the Iron Sheik, you got a jabroni.
Then we jump into Jack's news with the last reason to bring up the WNBA for another 40 years.
The best trade they ever had, right?
The best trade they ever had.
The only trade they ever had.
And if we could squeeze it in at the end, we'll cover a little Bam Margera and his rocky road to recovery, and
Viva La
that's in
Bam.
more ways than one.
Yes. I mean, we do have a fun-filled episode, but we cannot start anything until we get our updates.
Very true.
Jack, take it away.
All right. So, my update's going to be more of another segment of they don't know what they really want.
Who are they? Just to...
Don't make me walk out.
She and her?
She, her. Okay. I used to be an asshole I used to be an asshole in public. For when you get disrespected, somebody does something stupid, eyeing your girl up or whatever. I would get loud and I would get very, I would make my presence known. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
And I had to be super tough. I was dating. You got to be the alpha male, You might not always want to be that guy, but, when it's hunting season, it's hunting season.
No, yeah, exactly. And if you have to be that guy, you have to be that guy.
Right.
You have to be the alpha male.
Exactly. But this would always leave me open to criticism from her, and she would call me immature and, be like, oh, why do you have to do that and this and that? But, you don't have to do that. We could just, go see this movie. Who cares if they're being loud? Little stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
And the other day, something happened where I pulled up to the gas station. Now, keep in mind, now me and Amanda have been married and dating for a while. I'm a little bit older, and I'm not really looking to start anything. I'm just trying to get what I got to get and go where I got to go. I don't.
Yeah.
I lost that.
How
that
dare you?
animal savagery. Now we're civilized people. Yeah. So I go into a Sheetz, and this guy's, I don't know. I guess having
Sheetz?
a problem.
Not everyone.
Sheetz is a gas station, also a food stop place. It's a giant. If you're in Jersey, it's a. What is it? The fucking Wahoo?
Woo-hop. No,
I don't know.
The Wawa.
We're gonna the Wawas. The Wawas. Fucking weirdos. And it's an upscale fucking 7-Eleven. So I'm in there and I'm trying to order my stuff and get out of there. And this guy just from out of nowhere, not on the line, just comes over and goes, oh, by the way, Pennsylvania, you can gamble everywhere. You can go to a daycare and they have gambling machines in the back. I don't know what it is with.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with Pennsylvania and those
He's not
fucking
lying,
machines.
folks. When I go visit him, there's a like a video game machine meant for gambling, like whatever you call them.
Yeah, the slot machines, but it's not really. You hit the buttons, and at every single one, at any time of day, you'll find at least one fucking bum, and they're playing just using that check. So
you only got to hit once in life to be an addict.
I guess. I don't know. I've never been a fan of that. I'm not a fan of putting my money into a machine. I never won. I think that's what it is. I never hit big at all, so it's not my thing. But these things are fucking everywhere. And this guy, I guess, lost his patience with this machine, comes over and goes, excuse me, the machine in the back, it ate my dollar. Keep in mind, I'm in the middle of doing my transaction. So I'm at the counter, and this guy just, excuse me. So I'm like, I look at him, and I'm like, whatever.
Time is money, man.
I don't give a fuck. The lady was like telling him like, hey, don't worry about it. You know, when the machine resets, you'll get a voucher for it. I'm not even done getting rung up from the first item to the last. This guy already lost his patience, comes over again and goes, the machine's not giving me a voucher. I don't know what to do. And I turn around and I give him a look and I'm like, you know what? I don't need this right now. I got the kids already in the car. I'm just trying to get my fucking food. Just let me out of here. So I get in the car and I tell Amanda this whole thing that happened.
Why didn't you kill him?
Why didn't you say anything? You just let him do that?
I don't know how to hog tie people.
I'm like, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Why is it that when I actually did things like that, I was an immature asshole? How dare I? But now, and you weren't even in the store with me, so you have no honor to defend whatsoever. This is all on me, and I get the "you didn't stand up for yourself" conversation.
Why are you gay?
I can't. So
I love it.
You're damned
you know
if
you do, you're damned if you don't, right?
You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I swear to God, Bill Burr said it best. Just every day is just more, just a wave that comes over, just eroding you a little by. I don't know if it was him or Joe Rogan. It's just wears you down little by little. It's not.
I'm sure it's
not. It doesn't happen all in one day. You know, I didn't just turn into this when I got to the sheets.
Yeah, you wanted me to change.
This was slow development of just eating my fucking animal away. And now I got no animal left, and now it's a problem.
Yeah, now that's what it is.
I can't. So, anyway, what's up with you, man?
That was it? Oh, shit. It's up to me already? Oh, yeah. I have no idea. Hold on. I'm actually crying right now because I feel your pain, man.
It's fucking annoying.
It's like you're one way. They want to change you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like, all right, you didn't fully change me, but I get it. Sometimes you just got to let things slide, and it's like, oh, why didn't you do that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my updates. What do I got? Fantasy football. Your boy is completely out. I'm done. I'm done for this year.
No way. You got fucked up on the last game? You were so sure.
I have one more game. This recording is a little early, so I do have a game tonight, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get 46.5 points from James Conner, the running back of Cardinals, and Hollywood Brown, the wide receiver. It is possible. I highly doubt it. I haven't had luck in this league all year.
All right.
So, yeah, it's over. It's bittersweet. Why? Because, like I said, Jack said this, I believe, last episode. I'm a competitor. I don't like to lose. I hate losing. I will fucking read articles, do notes, go back, look at their schedules, look at years, and try to play my best man, you know? And now that that's over, I have, like, it's a relief. Like, I'm like, all right, whatever. I can just watch football now and just enjoy the games.
If you ever get into stocks, let me know to make sure I'll totally ignore everything.
Stocks is all year round. Football is seasonal, and that's pretty much where I spend all my brain knowledge is football and on this podcast. Other than that, pretty much useless to society.
That
no,
works.
I'm kidding. Yeah. And then this week, I mean, it's big news.
Big
I like
it.
I've been there. Big for you because you missed the last one.
Yeah.
This week coming.
Birthing of kids.
The 17th of December. Jack is finally going to come with me to the Be a Man show. I got a few friends going. They're going to head on their own, though. It's the Be a Man show, New York City. He's doing a book tour / comedy show / Be a Man experience. So I believe tickets are still available. It probably might be sold out, but you could check it out. His IG handle is at Boston Be a Man, link in bio. The venue is finally in New York this time. They're doing an East Coast tour. It's going to be in Manhattan. It's 25 11th Avenue by the Hudson River, so towards the West Side Highway.
He did a book tour? He wrote a book?
He wrote a book.
Is it in crayon?
Possibly. I'll ask him. Someone had to transfer
Big pictures.
Yeah. I heard it's really good. We actually we got 2 books from them, so we'll pick it up when we go see them.
Dope. I want to read it.
Yeah, I went to a show earlier this year at Foxwoods. That's how we got into connection with that. It's a good show. It's a night where you go out with your boys. You know, you go out to eat, go to the show, and you come out being a fucking man. That's what the show is about. It's having a good time, and you have to go with your friends. You know, you don't. This is not a show you go by yourself or your girl. No. I mean, you could bring your girl, but
This
you
is
go
where
with
you
your
sharpen
boys.
those.
It's so much better. Yeah, it's a better time when you go with a group of guys. Everyone's laughing, everyone's drinking, we're having a good time.
Sounds good. And it's also a good way for a man to sharpen his claws and get that animal back. So
Exactly. Yeah, you go in, like maybe you're losing confidence.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be, you go in there, you come out, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go walk up to like the hottest broad right now and just fucking be like, yo, you got a nice ass.
Yeah.
And watch you get slapped, but it's all right.
Yeah. Get turned down either way, but still a good time.
Yeah. Anyways. So what do we got for today? Today we got tis the season, the cuffing season.
Cuffing season. All right. You're going to give a little background on what the fuck?
I'll give a little background. All right. So what we're basically going to be discussing is the cuffing season, the whole this thing around the holidays where women are, typically lonely people, but ladies, we're talking about you. Today we're talking about you without a lady in the room, but I'm pretty sure we can all agree because I've spoke to this with plenty of women. They agree with what I say. So whether it's you listening to the show or a friend who constantly nags you, texts you, calls you, and try to make these wonderful plans and disregards anything that you got going on. Like if you don't have a loved one, you have a family of your own and your own fucking life. But they try to bring you along and bring you into their world. So today's episode is my method on what I believe the single women go through the whole cuffing season and they want to get cuffed. But there's rules, there's regulations. It's like hunting.
This was something, and this is for, obviously it's for you guys, the listeners, but this is something that I've actually heard him say years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And then he brought it up again. And, at first we had our own name for it, crazy bitch mating season, whore hunting season. We were trying to go through a whole bunch, but it didn't because that's too specific. That name. I didn't really like that. And then he looked it up online, and lo and behold, they actually already had a name for it. And they called it cuffing season, which I think is a great thing to call it, but they missed a lot of information that I think you had. Like, you have it down to a science.
Yeah, I created my own madman science.
It's insane. So
I want to get all right. So before, people listening don't think I'm fucking nuts. This is like he said for the past, I don't know. I've been saying this for probably 12 to 15 years. But every year I kind of add, take away, and it's like data. You get some data, you're like, you know what? Yeah, it's been changing. Everything changes, and
we move at the speed of science.
As Dr. Fauci would say. So I came up with a method behind this season. I'll break it down to you step by step so you guys can understand. So the intro is, it's the hunting season. It's the shortest, fastest season in the world. It's like you get this hunting license for a month and a half, women, and you got to figure out what you're doing for the next 2 months because after that, it's pretty much done. So when does it start, right? When does cuffing season start? So it typically starts right after Halloween, right? After you're in your slutty costumes.
That's the last option you have. That's the last time you have to really put that out there before it's time to put in work to try and get you a good man. Yeah,
exactly. Go out there, take your slutty pictures, be the school nurse, be the fat Harley Quinn that you are every year. Who gives a fuck, right? November 9th. Why is it November 9th? Because the word desperate has 9 letters. So that's the official start date is November 9th. Don't ask why, all right? Just fucking hear me out. Science, right? Dr. Fauci. Everyone listen to Fauci. Listen to Vic now. Listen to Vichauci. All right? November 9th starts the season, right? So this is a day where women intend to reach. They start getting out of their comfort zone, right? If you're not typically men, we call it wifed up. What would women call it? Like hubbied up? Like if you don't have that guy.
Shacked up? I don't know. That's old.
Yeah, whatever. If you don't have a guy in your life, this is, typically, this is it. So we hear you bitching, we hear you complaining. All women, they just want to be loved. I get it.
They need a living, breathing arm ornament to bring with them. And it has to be able to speak. Give a name.
It just has to say yes. It doesn't have to say anything else. It just has to say yes.
Exactly. And guys, when I was single, I was more than happy to oblige.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it works for the guys too. I know listen, not every guy has a female on their side for this typical year. Some people like it; it's by choice. But if you are looking, then hear what I'm saying.
And I think personally, the reason that specifically this season is for women in general is because men hunting season is year round. That's like you're allowed to.
Yeah, we're bird dogs.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Like how there's like a specific season for like deer, but in Texas
fishing.
you can fucking. In Texas, you could throw bombs off a helicopter to kill pigs.
There's a season for deer. There's a season for fishing. There's no season for hunting hogs.
Right.
You just go out there and fucking hog out, man. How ironic, pigs. Right? In the pig family.
Anyway.
Man, we're so bad.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so basically you come out of your comfort zone, right? And I get it. Women just want to be loved. But typical women, and I've seen this pretty much in all my years. My data hasn't really changed on the type of women that do this.
Right.
It's usually like, the ones that are either into the juice heads with no jobs and no responsibility. They pretty much just work out, go to the gym, eat 6 times a day, and walk their puppy. Or it's also, the chubbier ones.
Live at home with your mom.
Women. Yeah. You gotta see, women need to separate being in love with the word love and being in love.
I don't think it has anything to do with love at all. I think it has everything to do with attention.
Well,
but that's
typical,
different.
No?
Okay, so yes. But what I'm saying is that this is the season where usually people are giving another person
attention.
So
gifts.
Gifts,
holding
dinners,
the hand,
the meet
freak.
my family.
Yeah. Everything a guy doesn't want to fucking have in his life.
Yeah. Well, we are hunting, so we're all, we'll do it. Let's go.
Yep. We're getting late? What? Yeah. Huh? You want to go eat? Right? So what are the, and it's funny because these are the holidays like that are during, the hunting season ends December 4th. Why? Because I think most men, if you haven't really found that guy, because every day you lose in hunting season, your quality gets worse. It worsens.
Right.
We can all agree to that.
I can agree to what you're saying that the further in you go to like the further away from those gift giving holidays, the quality of what's left.
Yeah.
Like but this is why I think it's further than that. I don't think it's December when it's over. I think it's after Valentine's Day.
Well, that's the whole season. But I guess you could say that. But I mean, if you want a gift for Christmas, I say your best chance is between November 9th to December 4th. Because after that, like you're going from possibly a nice gift to maybe just like
it ain't gonna be a PS5.
Yeah, it's not.
It's gonna be a.
It's not gonna be a. What do you call that? The goose jacket or some.
The goose down jacket.
$1,200. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. But Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's New Year's Eve, and Valentine's Day.
Right, and
those are
the whole season.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So pretty much your odds are going to get harder. Every day you lose, and not only your odds, but your quality, as we say. And for men, like Jack brought up, if you typically don't have anyone, this is probably the season you're probably going to bang like an 8 or a 9 or even a 10 out of 10. Because everyone gets a little desperate. They all want to be cuffed up. So as much as you might not think you're in her field between December 4th and February 14th, right? Typically when's Valentine's Day, around that second week. Right. You can start doing things that even your best friend or your man friends that have always been in relationships don't normally do.
The good looking guys that go out and fuck in Cancun during the summer.
Yes.
You're banging those girls before the summer. Technically, you're the winner in this scenario.
Yes. You get her before the chlamydia, before the fucking virus, before the HIV.
But you gotta do the gift exchange. You gotta take them out on dates. You don't get the bikini. There's a downside, but I'll take it.
and just for those guys that are wondering, like, what are they talking about? So obviously, you have a chance. You have a chance with someone out of your league. But remember, the less clothes they start to wear, the less chance you have.
Yeah.
Because the warmer it gets, that means we're heading towards the spring and the summer. And for some reason, sun hits a woman, and this energy and cockiness and this bitching just fires out.
Yeah. And then
you lose it all.
And then just not interested in the relationship anymore. Because your time is over. You're like mittens.
Exactly.
They get a new pair of mittens every year.
Every year, yeah.
So you go on the clearance rack.
Continue.
They return you to the store because they've already used you for the season. They don't need you anymore. And then and you know what? That's fine. That's fine if that's your thing. But just know that if you're going to go out hunting, guys, and you're looking for something serious, maybe this is not the season to do it. Because if you follow this season, just as surely as it begins, just as the snow falls, it will get warmer, and you're going to be last year's mittens. So just know what you're getting where you're getting into.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, I tell my guy friends that are single all the time, this is a season you don't hunt, right? Try to stay single, save you money.
Yeah.
Get hunted.
Tell a guy not to hunt.
Not hunting that way, but get hunted. Put your hand in the bear trap is what I'm saying. You might get something good out of it, right?
Yeah. Switch roles.
You get a warm coffee, a warm hole, right? You know where I'm getting with this?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then after that, you fucking eventually pull the fucking bear trap away and run yourself.
Yeah. So
always end it, never mend it. Right?
I think men's hunting season is usually right before Valentine's Day. Like the Valentine's Day is a toss up. I don't think guys stay long enough into Valentine's Day. So girls really got to like push to keep them around for Valentine's
they're pushing
Day.
From Thanksgiving all the way to Valentine's Day.
They put in a lot of work. There's a lot of, I got to give it to you.
By March 1st, you're done. The relationship's over.
Yeah.
Spring starts hitting, Cancun, spring break, this, that. All of a sudden, the DMs are slipping in. I feel like, is there anything else we could talk about this? I think there's a little more, no? I'm trying to think. I want to make sure I have it all out of my system, Jack.
Yeah. Well, for a guy,
know people like this, right? Because I know a lot. Like,
a lot of this matched up with my dating season because I would always have to, if I wanted to shoot above my weight, if I wanted to be in a higher weight class, this was the season that I needed to do it. So this was when I was, really going to the clubs and, seeing how many people I could meet at once, essentially just flooding my network with as many people because, and I'd go anywhere. I'd go to a gay club. And I think, why not? Go to a gay club. You know who you'll find?
Never been. Yeah.
A lot of straight girls who are there.
You probably will, yeah. And those are the straight girls that probably have issues with guys sometimes. But eventually, they didn't expect to meet a straight guy in there. And then it's kind of like, oh, this might be a sign.
Which makes it perfect. Because they didn't know. They probably got out of a relationship and they have their girlfriend and she's gay and she just wants to have fun with her friend. She doesn't want to, deal with any guys. But guys will hunt in the swamps. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we don't care
where you hide. We're coming with our money.
We got to play golf and get that ball in the hole. We don't give a fuck. we go. It could be snowing, wind. We're out there licking, holding the wind. Where's it at?
Yeah. And before they know it, even they're like, oh, you know what? Fuck. Christmas is coming up. It's getting cold. Should take the Uggs out.
Yeah, more clothes.
I haven't had a serious relationship in a while. I think I'll have a serious relationship for the next 4 months.
Spend Thanksgiving, get free food, and Christmas, get some free gifts. New Year's Eve, I get to kiss someone.
It works.
Because you don't want to be that female. And I know guys don't want to be that guy, but we typically don't give a fuck.
No. I don't
like
think
at the end of the
though.
day, we'll be like, I'm just staying in, gonna play Call of Duty, right? But
No.
women, they want to be loved. They want what their friends have, but they don't want to put in the work or take away their faults.
Right.
If you're going to a club 5 days a week, meeting whoever you're meeting and all that crazy shit, most likely you're not gonna get wifed up.
No.
So whatever. Anyways, what do we got with this Liver King? You brought this up.
Okay.
I know who the guy is. I don't know. I know a little bit of the story, but I don't know how much you have to input.
Well, I'm going to give everybody a quick breakdown of who this guy is. And I'm pretty sure if you've seen a picture of him, you'll be, oh, yeah, I know who this guy is.
I'll have it.
Liver
It'll
King.
be on YouTube. By the way, before we get into this, check us out on YouTube, UnFollowVic Podcast. We do put up the pictures, the videos of what we're talking about, and we give you a better sight of what we're seeing.
Right.
So go ahead and hit us up on there and watch us on YouTube. It's a lot better. You get to see our beautiful faces.
Had to pose. So his name is Brian Johnson. And the reason that he's really big right now is not so much because he lied about steroids. It's because he was trying to sell something that was some kind of wholesome way of getting as big as he is without the use of steroids. He also tries to sell this, be all natural, and you got to hear some of his tenets. This is what he was selling, his tenets, his ancestral tenets. He's all about primal, and whenever you see him on the video, hello Prime, like he's all full throttle, 100% all of the time. And then after trying to sell his lifestyle to people, then all of a sudden everybody was like, hey, he's looking a little too good for somebody who's all natural. And this is some shit that I'll blame a lot of people like Joe Rogan and all these other people that are like, oh yeah, you can get that big if you're all natural. I don't have enough experience.
You probably can't you?
Do you know? I don't think so. I mean, I think that there's like some way if you've been genetically gifted.
It's not common, you're saying?
I'm saying it's super uncommon, and I think that even if you were to take his diet and just take the steroids out, he lives and eats and breathes super healthy and takes a whole bunch of drugs. So
yeah.
And what he's trying to sell to you is things that you already know. So it's a lot like a self-help book, like, oh, sleep is very important. No fucking shit.
Oh, no shit. Yeah. I learned this in 4th grade, guys.
Yeah. Eat your meat and vegetables. Stop it.
I think Rocky said that in a movie.
Are you? Yeah. So, I mean,
if he's got a face and it's green.
Yeah.
I'm not even a fan of that guy, too.
So here, I'll go through some other crazy ones. The sun. It's good to be in the sun.
Oh, yeah, vitamin D.
Thanks, Brian Johnson. How much was your book? Yeah, and he sells things. He sells merch, and
this is. I'm not hating on him, right?
No.
Fake it till you make it. I don't care. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But it's the people. You got to blame the people.
So you think it's the people?
People make stupid people famous. This guy was just a typical guy who fucking, like I said, probably worked out in his garage, went around. All of a sudden, he starts getting, I'm pretty sure he came up off of social media, right?
Yes.
I don't think a Jewish agent came up to him and said, oh, boy, we're going to make you famous. No.
Yeah. No, he's an internet sensation.
He came up, and then that's what happened.
So that's why I think he's a piece of shit. Now, I could never do what he does even on steroids. There's no way that I would have that kind of dedication. And this guy's life totally revolves around it. And we know of these people whose prime number one focus is eating so they can be big, sleeping so they can be big, working out so they can be big. Everything has that as like the reason.
Yeah.
Like that's their whole life. And if that's your whole day and that's your all week, all month, I couldn't do it. And I don't think anybody else that isn't on test could be as big as this guy. And he's a piece of shit. he's essentially a piece of shit for trying to tell you that you can be this. I think he's going to get bigger.
Yeah. Well, he is, because he's selling a fake dream.
He's selling you, he's selling you a bridge.
He's selling you fake. He profits out of it. And at the end of the day, if you're not shooting up,
and I think also that steroids are great. I think that if you're, I don't know why we don't bring that into the fold and make it super legal and super easy for anybody to get.
Listen.
What's the big deal?
If you were to take steroids and get behind a car, is it going to change it? No, right? No. So if people want to shoot that up, shoot it up, right?
I think that it's something that is great for people that work hard fucking jobs every day. I mean,
really? I don't really know what that does. All I know is it makes you look like a fucking juice head.
Yeah.
But I don't know if does that really like
you do get
actually
stronger.
Make you stronger?
Yes, those are muscles.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you might have waterlogged muscles. I don't know how much of that is myth.
Yeah.
As far as taking steroids and what it does.
And you don't even need to test people for that. You know that.
No,
right?
you don't.
You could just tell them, hey, your mom's fat. And if they fucking go nuts and flip a car, there's your answer, right?
Yes, very true. Yeah, if you see that a juice head's walking around and his girlfriend's got a bruised eye, you might want to look into it.
Yeah. I got to take steroids.
No, but I'm talking about people that are in, sanitation, or if you're in construction. Or if, we fucking give it to our baseball players.
No, that's illegal.
Pause. Hold on. There's two types of steroids. This I know is not not myth. There's two types of steroids. There is the cortisone shots, which, by the way, work miracles on my pain in my wrist. And basically what it does is it reduces inflammation. Yes. It's a type of steroid that reduces inflammation. It's used in medicine for your lungs. It's used in everything. But then there's another type of steroid that is for muscle building, for making you big. And it pulls from a lot of other...
Big.
Yeah, get big. Oh. Now, the ones that the pitchers take are the cortisone shots, which, that's not a big deal. If you're...
The steroids for inflammation reduction.
Right, because it's not enhancing your performance. It's just recovering you from your previous performance.
Yes.
Or not even, just relieving inflammation. But why don't we have this in other places like that? Why don't we just let everybody take the steroids to begin with? Why even have the rules that tell you, hey, look, if you work in, let's say, construction, you should have this at lunch. They should just be handing this out. If you're a boss and you're trying to get shit done,
the boss goes, hey, I'm going to get you your check. I can't do it at meal. We'll get it at the end of the day. The guy's going to go nuts.
True.
You take a sledgehammer and hit the guy, the other worker.
Absolutely. So I'm pro steroids. I know it's a little weird.
I can care less if it's, your body, your choice, right?
Right. But don't take steroids and say, hey, look at me. I eat animal organs and I got this big. Follow me and read my book. And then you find out you've been cheating the whole time. That's no bueno. You stupid.
I'm sure in some fine print.
No.
He's not going to get. No, I'm not saying he did it, but I'm pretty sure in the book it's like, just to let you know, not everyone could get as big as me doing all this, everybody. Because you know how they try to sell it, everybody's different. Like every 5 months there's a new way to lose weight. And I don't know how people don't see this. Like, what did you have? You had the keto diet, right?
Keto diet.
The
cleanse.
The Athens diet, right? It's the same exact thing.
Right. And then you had Beyonce's cleanse where you just had to drink fucking lemon juice and cabbage water or some shit.
Yeah, you have that. And listen, you really want to do the diet, you got to give up the carbs. You got to take away. I'm not saying don't, I don't know. When I lost 80 pounds, remember I brought this up, water, meat, and greens. I gave up pasta for 6 months. I gave up carb.
Yeah.
Every carb. Anything white, I pretty much gave up. I did not drink one beer. I didn't drink no coffee. And the reason why I didn't drink coffee is because it triggered my smoking. That's really all you need. No. I don't want to help people.
If this guy can.
I want to lie to people like that.
I want to lie.
Yeah. My book would literally be one chapter, 8 pages.
Yeah.
That was it. It wouldn't even be a book.
Last page, take steroids.
Yes. Exactly.
Thank you.
People are shot, dude. But good for him.
I hope he comes into it. I hope he starts something legitimate because he still has a following.
Nah, fuck that.
No?
He should just come now as the fucking dick and get a following like that.
I suppose.
Like, he should just blend liver and just pour it on his head every day.
Just do TikTok challenges, get your fame back.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
All right. Jack's news?
Let's roll it in.
Jack, what do we got?
I am so sick of talking about this bitch. So,
excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I am so over this chick. Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Can we stop? Can we promise not to do another fucking segment on...
Only if it's something worth talking about. Because I believe this was worth talking about. Like I said, no one even knows who we're talking about.
Right.
So you go ahead, take it away, and I'll put in my own fucking reasoning.
Sounds good. Okay. So, current or maybe former, I'm not sure, WNBA player Brittany Grenier is going to be home for Christmas. Yay!
She's already home.
'Tis the season. Yeah, but she's going to be home for Christmas.
Why are you gay?
Yes. So she was traded for, and I think a good trade, the Merchant of Death.
Yes.
Who was detained in Hong Kong, a Russian arms dealer who's been connected to plotting the destruction, death, and murder of Americans. We traded a intersectional black female who plays basketball for this person. And if that's not crazy enough, and if you haven't heard this yet, she wasn't the only American prisoner there. Now, remember, she was only there for, what, 9 months? There were other people there. One of the other people that were there were literally in there for the same exact reason. Same exact fucking reason. 61-year-old history teacher by the name of Mark Fogel. From Pennsylvania.
What a name.
From Pennsylvania.
From PA. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. He got caught with half an ounce of weed. That's about how much she had in hash oil. About half an ounce, I had to say.
Mm-hmm.
And that was prescribed to him by the doctors after surgeries, and he had a bunch of medical and back problems, but it's prescribed.
Yep.
Convicted and sentenced for 14 years.
Yeah.
Or you can have Brittany Grenier.
Nah, we'll pick Brittany. She fits the agenda, right?
You think that works better? Okay, so maybe we'll take contestant number 2, Paul Whelan, a U.S. Navy, U.S. Marine. I like to put Navy in front of Marine. Pisses them all off. But so, yeah. Former Marine. He was put up on some trumped-up charges about espionage, and it's not true from what I hear and what I've seen, and they're just holding on to him.
Regardless, he served the country.
Right.
He did his job.
And you know what? I feel like if you're trading for somebody that's literally planning or plotting the death of your own people, you might need some of your own people back. Maybe somebody that'll stand for the national anthem.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to get into it.
Oh, we're going to get... So, all right, everything you need to know. Brittany Grenier is home. She was traded for the Merchant of Death. She was picked over 2 white guys. One was literally there for the same reason she was. The other was a fucking Marine. And I'm blinded by all of this white male cis privilege. I cannot stand how privileged these people...
I don't want to hear the word white privilege again. I'm done with that word.
All right. Please. Yeah, I need to hear what you got on this. Because right. what's in your brain? What's going on?
I'm all right.
Let's open this Pandora's box.
I got to make it safe for work, right? All right. So yeah, this has been the ultimate trade of the year. Obviously, I'm a fantasy football fan. You would think Christian McCaffrey going to the 49ers was amazing, but no. Former Vice President Joe Biden traded a WNBA star for a convicted terrorist named by Victor Bout, a.k.a. the Merchant of Death, right? We're talking about a guy who was arrested and convicted on 4 charges of terroristic acts, terrorism, plotting. He wanted to kill Americans.
That was the plan.
That was the plan, to kill Americans. And we give back. We're giving him up for a WNBA star who despises America.
Yeah. That works for me.
Over a Marine. You know?
So
it's basically that tells me Putin said, no way, you are not getting back a military member. I believe they had a choice, right? I'm not going to say for sure they had a choice. But let's say we did want to give away, trade this fucking guy, right?
Right.
I would assume all 3 of the it's not a 1-for-1 deal. We're talking about a terrorist.
Yeah.
For a couple, I mean, not a couple, a couple drug smugglers, whatever you can call them, because it is their law. You can't tell them what they can and cannot make laws.
True.
It's a different country. And then a Marine.
Right.
That Marine should have been out before that. And then they have the balls to say that, oh, we're still working on it. No, you're not.
No.
Because when you guys exfiled from fucking Afghanistan, you left our fucking military members there anyway.
To die.
To die. So you're not going to fucking convince me. You're not going to convince any other logic American patriot that you're working on it, because you're not working on it.
So I
guess gun control's out the window, right? They shouldn't be talking about gun control because they literally just gave back a gun deal. Right? If I hear we need to ban another fucking weapon after you just fucking freed a fucking weapons dealer,
yeah,
I'm going to lose it.
Yeah. Old Soviet rifles and stuff. He was paid. You ever seen the movie with Nicolas Cage? No, not Nicolas. Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Might have.
Really good movie. I think it was Lord of War. The cover of it is just a whole bunch of 5.56 shells, or actually just full rounds. I remember. I don't know why I remember that, but the interesting thing that I can kind of take away from this is that, or from what I understood, because this story was actually stealth edited on one of the main media stations. I don't know who it was. I forgot. I could look it up real quick. It was New York Post or somebody, but somebody reported that they actually had a choice. And that's the word that's going around right now, is that they actually could have chose between. So Putin said, okay, you can have intersectional black giant WNBA player that we pay more than you.
Yeah.
Or you can have your Marine. You tell me. And then he looks back to all of his fucking oligarch pals and goes, look, watch. They're going to pick the stupid
Watch.
Look, they're going to get the stupid idiot. And then they're going to say, fuck the Marine.
Yeah. Now, like I said,
I guarantee you that happened.
Yeah, there's no evidence on if that was even possible. I do know that if you go on, if you search the web, there are Russian news reporters out there that said that Biden did have the choice, and I don't know. And then they even said it, like, you know, the
I'll Google it real quick.
Woman. Yeah, they even said, they're like, why would they pick her over someone who served, like, the Russians have more morals than us. They're like, why would they pick her over someone who served their country, who put their life on the line? And they picked her? And then they go, yeah, well, the 3 reasons why they picked her is, 1, because he's white, he's a heterosexual, and he's a male.
Right.
And it does make sense. It fits their agenda, right? I'm telling you, hate what you want to hate, push away the facts, but it's in plain scene. Your hands are painted red.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yes. And sorry, Brittany, if we misgender you this whole show.
So it was NBC News. So it was NBC News that tried to covertly revise the article that initially started with that they had no choice. Sorry, that they had a choice between the two, and then they changed it to they had no choice. So, yeah. And I don't know.
And I remember, I don't know who the spokeswoman is for Biden, because I don't really follow all that, but I remember hearing it. She goes, well, we brought back an American. She's not an American. Someone that doesn't stand for the flag, someone that wants the national anthem banned at the sports venues, that's not an American.
Right.
Okay? That's far from an American. There's people that come to this country that know the national anthem better than half of Americans, like you call yourself, Grenadier.
And look, I am one who sympathizes with people that see that we don't live in a perfect society, that America has a few problems, but clearly nowhere near the fucking problems that the rest of the world has. So just remember who it was that threw you away for weed, and just remember who it was that brought you back, because the next time that anthem is playing, you better be fucking standing.
She's not.
She better be.
She's not going to stand.
She fucking better be, because she's there on the life of a Marine over the life of a Marine.
She don't care.
So the least she could do is represent the way I'm sure he would.
Don't care. She's not worth more than that Marine anyway.
Well, I mean, not to us. We don't pay her that much.
Yeah. It's crazy. We don't, and it's crazy how the WNBA wants more money, but they can't even sell out a $10,000 seating arena. You got to do the math on that.
Yeah, please.
We're on to the next one.
You think we got it? We got time? Or?
Yeah, we'll do a quick short. Shout out to Bam Margera.
All right,
Viva La Bam. He's good though. He's good and well.
Yep.
He's whatever. Get into it.
Yeah. Well, you gave it away, but yeah, Bam Margera is out. Off the respirator and off a ventilator. He had pneumonia. He was in the ICU for a while. The reason that I bring him up is because he's the American rebel icon. You know, he was the start of a generation that I think me and Vic really resonate with these fucking crazy people that, you know, video cameras are just getting.
This was reality.
Yeah, TV. This was the start of reality TV. There was no. I personally, I just think the guys did it
My
better.
gears are grinding.
Yeah,
I can't stand reality TV nowadays.
I
I
challenge anyone on any of those reality television shows to record themselves doing any of the things that they did. They won't. They won't. So, yeah, he was, in my opinion, also the best. The best cast member of Jackass, and but they all had problems with drugs and stuff, and you kind of have to be on drugs to do the kinds of shit that they were doing.
I mean, it is what it is. Plus, they were just up and coming in the beginning.
Yeah,
they didn't know this was going to take off, and you kind of. I'm not saying you have to be on drugs, but let's be for real. I don't think someone sober is really like, oh, I'm gonna fucking jump from a 50-foot wall into tacks, nails, and you know, electric eels and piranhas.
That an alligator? Bring it over here. I want to see if my balls fit.
I heard they can chop down 1,800 pounds.
Jesus Christ, the fucking insanity, the things that they do. Set themselves off a rocket into the lake.
They did all pretty much get clean up for the most part.
All of them did.
I know Bam struggled a little.
Bam did. He was in and out. He had actually just recently escaped. I like how they use the word escaped in the article too, like it was prison from a.
You could leave a hospital whenever you want.
I guess, but the cops found him and brought him back. So I think that this was like court ordered, and that was the only way that this was gonna go down, unless it was either that or jail time. But yeah, he escaped rehab center and got brought back, and I don't know. It pisses me off because
Jackass 5.0.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
What pisses me off about it is that his legacy could be much more fun than it is, but I think he's either always getting fucked over, or he's fucking himself over, or he's trying to fuck someone else over. It's never just this smooth like Steve-O. You see all of them like, yeah, man, let's just make some money and let's go do this and get it done. Like they all seem to have that focus, but this guy's just constantly caught up in this whirlwind of shit. He had recently tried to sue, who's the other guy on Knoxville?
Johnny Knoxville.
Trying to sue Knoxville for wrongful unemployment because he was cut out of this last movie. But from what I understand, the whole cast cleaned up and said, listen, this is going to be the cleaned up. We're going to do this, but we're going to do this sober-minded, and we're going to do this together and whatever. And they were trying to bring him in.
We want to make it hurt more.
Yeah. They wanted to bring him in, and he refused. So Knoxville was just like, "Hey, man, sorry." Now, what happened of that lawsuit? It got settled out of court, so I'm not really sure what the settlement was. But I really
think
wish
he's
he
gonna
was
win
in
it.
this movie
Yeah.
that was coming up, man. What a
Yeah,
bummer. I
look,
thought he was the best.
Yeah, like I said, I love all the members of the Jackass community. The old ones, the new ones, I'm still starting to learn. I like Poopies though. I think Poopies is like going to be the next Steve-O.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Steve-O, is a top guy. Johnny Knoxville, Bam has always been one of my favorites. And it's sad that he wasn't in it, but you got to understand, you got to. Johnny Knoxville's right. He made a grown-up decision, and if they were going to do it, they were going to do it this way. And listen, if everyone else got clean besides you, it's not them. It's
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Right?
So if I were Bam, I would bury the hatchet, move on, figure out some way to get back into the good graces, because that's the meal ticket right there, guy. That's You know what I mean? Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Just go have fun. Who the fuck wouldn't want to have the fun that these guys are having?
Oh, yeah. Just to be on set would be amazing.
What was the show that Bam was on?
Viva La Bam.
So on Viva La Bam,
that show took off. That's where I think he made some good money.
Great shit. And it was stuff that like my father would watch, because he knows that would be some shit that would mean the murder of me if I had done any of those things that he did on his show. And it's just fun for anyone to watch.
Just funny. But eventually all good things come to an end.
I think that he could still turn this around. But that's my 2 cents on Bam, and I wish him the best.
Well, all good things come to an end, so this episode is coming to an end.
'Tis over.
'Tis the season, and it's over. I think we did a great cover. And Jack, as always, lead the way and support our listeners.
Sure. Listeners, fans, enjoy your cuffing season. I think from everyone here, we can all say that we appreciate your patronage and that you come and check us out. And please share, like, comment. We can't do it without you.
Nope. We can't. And, like you said, share, comment, like, subscribe. That's UnFollowVic Podcast. Good episode. Hopefully, people are not butthurt, but we have to give it to you how it is. And
sometimes we get a little
do a Christmas
spicy.
special for Christmas until we see you.
All right.
But that's all. UnFollowVic.
Peace.
Peace.